welcome to Digging into the Bible. My name is Jim Barnard. This is a production of Tiller Coaching. All right, well, it's day 36. So good to be with you. Yesterday I said we were going to be wrapping up Matthew 13 today. Well, I changed my mind. 3 days ago I said I was going to do a podcast that was less than 5 minutes, and it came in right at 5 minutes. That's not good enough. And then I rattled off two 6-minute podcasts. So let's do it today. This is going to be awesome. We're going to do this with some urgency. We're going to dig into Matthew chapter 13, starting at verse 44. The kingdom of heaven is like a treasure hidden in a field, which a man found and covered up. Then in his joy he goes and sells all that he has and buys that field. Again, the kingdom of heaven is like a merchant in search of fine pearls, who on finding one pearl of great value went and sold all that he had and bought it. Again, the kingdom of heaven is like a net that was thrown into the sea and gathered fish of every kind. When it was full, men drew it ashore and sat down and sorted the good into containers, but threw away the bad. So it will be at the end of the age. The angels will come out and separate the evil from the righteous and throw them into the fiery furnace. In that place there will be weeping and gnashing of teeth. Have you understood these things? They said to him, Yes. And he said to them, Therefore, every scribe who has been trained for the kingdom of heaven is like a master of a house, who brings out of his treasure what is new and what is old. All right, so two thoughts today. One, these first three parables clearly have something in common. There's the parable of the treasure. That's one. And then 2 would be the pearl, and then 3 would be the fish. And notice that numbers 2 and 3 start with again. So there is something that Jesus is linking with the first story, and then with the third story linking to the second and the first. So what is the common thread there? Well, there's 2 things in my estimation. One is value. The treasure obviously has value. The pearl, this one precious pearl, has a lot of value. And then a net full of fish, fishermen dream of that. There's so much value in each of these things. And, while that's amazing, I think there's one more thing that's just as amazing, and that is a sense of urgency. Jesus, obviously, in his 3-year ministry, so we are somewhere in the middle of a 3-year ministry span, and that's all the time that Jesus would have. He is urgent to tell people about the kingdom of heaven, to tell them about his Father. And I love that. There is urgency where there is value. Ooh, that's good. Ooh, bring it. So I want to ask you, before I get on to thought number 2, is do you see your relationship with Jesus as something that has value? And if so, tell me you're being urgent about it, that you are urgently and expectantly trying to foster that relationship, and that you are sharing that with other people, that you are not holding it to yourself. I heard someone say once, how much do you have to hate someone to not tell them about Jesus? If you really believe, if you think it's that valuable, if you think that the urgency should be real, how bad do you have to hate someone? And that's brilliant. So I hope that's good for you. The second thought is out of that last section. So the question says, have you understood all these things? So this is found in verse 51. And Jesus isn't saying, hey, do you understand some of this? Is this kind of getting through to you? He's asking, have you understood all of this? Did you guys got this? That's why when I read it, it was yes? Because how confident would you have to be able to say yes to that? I will never be able to say yes to that. I suspect you will never be able to say yes to that. And that's a good and right thing. Jesus follows that up with even more confusion of a parable. And there's no time for that because I'm staying under 5 minutes. But it's hard to understand all of this. God purposely leaves things mysterious, but I promise you that it's of great value and that you can and should be urgent about it. So that's what I have for today. I did it. I'll see you tomorrow as we wrap up Matthew 13. Oh, yeah.